Hi there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Leanne. Today I want to talk about your inner conversation, your self-concept, how you talk to yourself, how you view yourself, how you feel that others may view you as well. Now, as I spoke about in some of my other videos, you really don't have to do anything except for assume that it's done to get your desires. So I don't want you to put any limitations on yourself. Don't feel that you have to affirm 50,000 times a day for something to show up. Because remember, you're not trying to bring something outside of yourself, because it is already done for you. You can get anything you want just being you, just because you are worthy and deserving. You are this amazing, abundant being. However, your inner conversation, your self-concept, I personally feel, it may be different for the rest of you, but from what I've learned from my own experiences that I share with you, is that if your self-concept is low, you can have difficulties. Because think about it. If you're sitting there and telling yourself, I'm stupid, like for example, or nothing ever works out for me, or people always leave me. Every time I get close to somebody, they break my heart, things like that. Or I'm not good enough to get this job. I don't deserve a raise. Whatever it is that you're telling yourself, that inner conversation is what's going to present itself as a manifestation. Because remember, everything that you're saying now is creating your future in your 3D world. So yes, you don't have to create anything. I know it can be confusing. I get confused sometimes as well, but you're not creating anything. Creation is finished. But by saying affirmations, visualizing some positive self-talk, what I believe is it is aligning you to that desire. So it's kind of like, the way I think about it, if you're taking a road and then you decide to go off course, like you're walking, you're on a path, you decide to go off course, and you're tripping over rocks and things like that, you're still going to end up at the end of this road. However, it may take longer because you have all these obstacles in your path. So to me, that's kind of like how your inner conversation works. So you're on this path of aligning to your true self, to knowing who you really are, to embracing your abundance. And then you start telling yourself negative thoughts. Look at it as the rocks in the road. Your inner conversation does actually create a feeling. And remember, as Neville Goddard says, feeling is really the secret. I know a lot of you may disagree, and that's okay, because this is your reality. You're creating your own world. You're creating your own rules. But for people who are new to this or may have struggles, I'm sharing what works for me and my experiences and what I believe and what I've learned. So maybe it can help you along the way as well. So again, I believe that the inner conversation, because it creates that feeling, and because I believe, like Neville does talk about, that feeling is the secret to getting your desires or to see it manifest in your 3D world. Your inner conversation is very important. So if you're telling yourself, I am worthy and deserving, I am successful, I am intelligent, I am handsome, I am beautiful, I am amazing, everything always works out for me, and you just kind of go with the flow of that, then things are going to conform. Things are going to happen in your reality. Now, don't just take my word for it. Because really, all of this, to figure it out for yourself, you have to do it. You have to try. That's what I did. A lot of coaches, I didn't believe some of the things that they said, like, okay, this makes no sense. I would try for myself and then, oh, okay, this really does work. I'm seeing such huge shift in my life. Or I might say, okay, this doesn't work for me, but that's okay, because if it worked for them, I'll just find something else that I feel works for me. But I do know that self-concept plays a big part. I do know that visualizing so that you can get into that feeling, like really feel it real, is important. For me anyway. So give it a try, see what works for you, but please keep your inner conversation positive. Talk to yourself the same way you would talk to somebody that you care about. You know, you're not going to go up to your friend or your child or your parent or your sibling and say, you know, you're ugly, you're fat, you're stupid, you can't do anything. I mean, you might if you're not a very nice person, but, you know, like, talk to yourself how you want others to treat you and talk to you. Because you hear your voice more than you hear anybody's. Even if it's not out loud, your subconscious is listening. In my other video that I posted, I talked about how your subconscious is like a friend. It's listening, it's believing, it's trusting, it's hearing everything that you're saying. So make it positive. Work on your self-concept, change your inner conversation, and then you're going to see some changes around you. Thank you for joining me. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.